Hey guys, welcome back to the Code Chronicles. It is your lovely host, Pags. Back at it, folks. Back at it. We are shining. The jewelry is out. I'm getting some jewelry fixed. Put on the headphones real quick. Hold on. Let me adjust the hair. I see I got a little hair popping out of the front. Didn't like it. Didn't like it one bit. All right. So what we're building is still a project management system. And yes, this system is much better, more preferred than Trello, Jira. So I'm a huge fan. You can see in the right side over here, we just have a profile component. This was a higher order component I was practicing higher order components with. I had an interview, folks, with Yeti. Golly. Oh, and I have two other videos I just recorded and put out. It's going to be an ES linting one. Really powerful stuff. Going over linting commands and type check commands. And then also there was another video. I forget what it's on, to be honest. I forget. What was it on? I just did it this morning. I'm having a brain fart. But I recorded two of them and they were really awesome. So I would go check them out. So it's the ES linting. I have it. Oh, it's coming back to me. I've got the, what's it called? Here's like the profile arts. Boom. You don't look like a software engineer. Love it. Created by yours truly. And then there's another one. Where is it? Is it this one? Nope. That's okay. Okay, folks. I forgot what it was. Holy crap. I just did it this morning. Oh, here we go. Boom. Everyone's asking the VS Code theme one. That's what it is. Guys, if you asked about the VS Code theme, I finally gave out the secrets. It's on that video. So you'll need to check it out. But yes, I had a senior front-end software engineering interview with Yeti, the company, like the water bottle company and drinkware and all that stuff. Kind of pissed. I thought I landed it, to be honest. I really did, but kind of pissed. I heard back the news that I did not. We'll be transparent about that. A little bit salty. I really, out of all the interviews I've been having lately, I thought that one was in the bag. I had a tech lead interview, that one, and I really thought I had it. So a little frustrating, but hey, we're back at it. We're shining a little bit more. They said we don't think you have the appropriate experience because I don't have 50 years of React experience. So not totally agreeing with them, to be honest, but tomato, right? Tomato, because I know the person they hired and great person too. I'm not gonna make a comment on it. Great, and the team was great too. I'm not gonna make a bad comment on them. I just think it was a bad go at the things, and I don't even know how. The interview was like crushing it, like so good. So I'll probably make a video on that too. On how this project almost landed me a job at Yeti, which would have been sick. So cool. And then I went to church with one of my buddies. He works for Amazon, and he's agreed to come onto a podcast. And I have another buddy who works at Facebook who agreed to come on a podcast, or I'll force him to, one of the two. And then I also have another buddy who works at Babson, who's really talented back in engineering. He also agreed to come on a podcast. So hopefully that'll be coming out soon, a podcast on software. Next router push commands, I guess is what I'm trying to think. Use router. Okay, boom. Is that what it is? Import. Then I need to instantiate the router, I'm sure. Const. Yeah, after hearing that, I was kind of a little bit bummed, guys, because I really thought I landed it. Like the interview was so smooth. They were getting me, I was getting them, and maybe I'm being a little bit facetious and self-biased, but when I left, I was like, did I really just do that like that well? Apparently not. So, but I really thought I did. Like, I even texted the girlfriend. I crushed it. Like, did so good. I did really well. And let's see, next router was not mounted. Why was next router not mounted? Because I've also told her when I did bad, like when I took the tech lead interview, I knew I didn't get it. You know what I mean? Like, and I was like, no, I didn't do well on that. So I'm like self-aware, at least somewhat self-aware, right? I guess it didn't work out, but I don't know. I don't like the whole asking for like permission to get work done and do dope shit, to be honest. So I'm kind of at a point where I think I'm just gonna go 100% into entrepreneurial endeavors and just let it rip, see what happens. You know what I mean? See what happens. The thing that has frustrated me about this season of life. Sorry guys, I'm trying to side note. This episode's going to be just kind of about debugging, building everything that we do have and solidifying it. Sweet. It looks like this next router is working great. So I'm trying to build this loading command using a useTransition hook. Sidebar component, using this useTransition hook. Reason being, I want to show like a little loader when the user clicks on an icon, so they like see something loading. So I'm just kind of dummying it for right now, but anyway, back to the story. The thing that's really frustrating about this season of life is like getting let go from Babson, and great company too. Like amazing company. The thing that just bummed me out was like I could not have worked harder. Could not, like, I can look 100% conviction and say I could not have worked harder. Like San Antonio, I used to live in San Antonio. I left there at 5:45 in the morning, and I'd show up at the office at like 7 in the morning and could not have worked harder. And I would stay up till 2 a.m. like regularly working on software for Babson. We had these like analyte blood test panels and a lab report demo one day, and we had shareholders showing up to it, and I was up till 2 a.m. just writing. And that was like regular for me. That was not even like, didn't even phase me type thing. So it was. And I don't knock them for it too, because it was just like a business circumstance thing. And everyone was crushed. You know what I mean? Like no employer wants to be in that position. No employee wants to be in that position. Oh, I heard by the way, you're supposed to do this instead of the and you're supposed to do the ternary. But anyway, I guess instead of the null, we can actually do the icon here, which would make more sense. I really didn't. Let's see if that works. No, that didn't work how I thought it was going to. I don't know if we needed to save or what. But with Babson, it was amazing employment, and I still only have amazing things to say about them, because they're a really great team and really great people. But it was just unfortunate. It's the luck of the draw, you know. It was just, you know what I mean? Like it just, business environments happen, and they slowly started cutting marketing, HR, these, you know, this one, the next one, and then before you know it, they started cutting some of the engineering teams. So it sucked, but I know right now it's really tough out there for a lot of engineers, especially guys like myself who, like, you know, we haven't been in the industry for 50 years. So it's you know, and I know I'm not the only one. So it's a little bit of a bloodbath out there. It's a little tough. And basically what I'm getting at is if the same, what's it called, the same risk you have of being an employee is like you could lose your position because of unforeseen business circumstances. Your upside of being a software engineer, you know, for someone else is like 200 grand, which is still amazing, by the way. Like, I am not here to knock that. 200 grand or 100 grand, 150 grand is a lot of money. But your upside of being of an entrepreneurial software engineer is like $50 million. You know, like there's a huge difference between 200 grand and $50 million. So if your risk levels are relatively the same, like you're going to be met with business obstacles and unforeseen business condition, why would I risk myself as an employee for someone? Like that's the thing I've really struggled with this season. So I've ultimately made a decision. I will never work harder for someone else than I work for myself. So I may still work for someone else, but if, let's say I pick up a job for them, you know, 40 hours a week, it just means I better work 41 hours a week for my own projects, for my own stuff. Because that was just like the most bumming thing ever for me, to be honest, to be 100% honest. Like, could not have worked harder. And, you know, I guess this shouldn't be selected icon. This should actually be selected route or select path, something like that. One of the two. But I really felt like I could not have worked harder. And it just, luck of the draw, I guess. You know what I mean? It's pending. And how are we doing this? Routes. I need the routes. What do I need? Route. I guess I'm doing the route path is fine. Set that here. So now I just want to add a bit of logic that I want to use for the selected route. expected one argument, but got 0. Okay, we're good to go. And I just want to make it part of the is pending. So is pending. So to be in the loading state, which is the is pending state, and the selected route equals the route.path. So that should be the specific one that I click. No, it's doing all of them. Is pending, and it's the route.path. Come on. Do what I'm thinking. Do what I'm thinking. Now let me think about the logic. Let me think. Just gonna be the route.path, right? Just pop it up here. Yeah. So I think like the next 5 episodes are gonna be kind of boring of just like really chunking in on what we do have and work proper. I don't want to do anything too crazy. I don't think. Because I think majority of it's built out minus the functionality of the calendar and timeline component. I think we have everything, and then all I'm going to do from that point forward here, let's see. So selected route is not getting selected. Handled navigation. Now, why is this not doing it? So is pending. So it's is in a loading state or is pending, right? And the selected route equals the path that we just clicked. I'm unsure why it's not doing the do, guys, to be honest. Let's think. Yeah, but career-wise, software is a beautiful space. I just little frustrated with it, and I'm sure I'm not the only one. You know, working incredibly hard. All I did the last 9 months is code 7 days a week. Like, you know what I mean? Like, how much more software can I write? You know, I feel like it's the Kobe Bryant commercial, the Kanye West Kobe Bryant. Can you be the same beast and the same man? How many more records do you want me to make, Kobe? This one, yeah, this one right here. How many more records do you want me to make, Kobe? I want more. Yep, this one.
How many records can my records break?
More records.
More.
But are you a different animal and the same beast?
Does that mean Kobe Bryant? That's a little bit how it feels. It's like, just, how much more do you want me to do? All I've done is just 9 months straight, like no breaks, no weekends, no party, no nothing, just freaking going straight. I feel like that's not it. You know what I mean? Like, I guess that's not the winning formula. So I don't know, guys. I don't know. I don't want to get frustrated. I don't want to talk down, but maybe I'm batting out of my league for positions potentially. Of going for these like senior tech lead type positions. That's very much a position or possibility, right? Batting a little bit too high. But I don't know if I can get this all linked up on Azure and like actually deployed properly and stuff, I wouldn't see myself as a mid-level engineer. I really wouldn't. I don't think I could, you know, to be honest. So that might sound arrogant, but I would disagree wholeheartedly with you know, the assessment that I was given for Yeti. And I wish they would just check out the YouTube channel or see the code, because I don't know. I feel like a project like this kind of speaks for itself a little bit. Maybe not. Could be self-biased though. I have no idea. I'm just going to keep working. Just keep working harder, study more algorithms, I guess. They didn't even have an algorithm thing though. And that was the most, it was a React senior front-end developer role. And I'm like, you're not need to look no more. You have found the man you need, you know. I wonder if what's happening is this is getting selected and then the route's changing, so then it's erasing the string. It's a route path, right? It's a cons. Yeah, guys, but I have no idea what's gonna happen out of all this fun in life, you know. I'm genuinely surrendering at this point to God, giving it up to God and just saying, hey, not my problem anymore, you take it, you know. I feel, especially with the last 3 months specifically too, after getting let go, working incredibly hard for Honeydew and building this, it's like I don't know how much harder I could have worked again, you know. So I don't know, guys. Don't know. Oh, selected route, duh. Well, that's no good. I can't do anything with the selected route. I need the route path to be passed in, not the. Okay. So maybe that was the bug the whole time. Nice. Okay, I think it was. Sweet. Okay, so selected route. Let's go ahead and pop that in there. Let's get our logic back. So selected route and selected route equals route.path. I was going through some old photos of college days and stuff with my buddies, and it was so funny sending them all to everybody, and just some good old moments, you know, back in the day. Still young. Still, I'm 28 now, but gosh, I looked way younger then. Golly. I'm excited for the 30s. I feel like that's kind of a good time to be alive for myself, I believe. Nice. This is exactly what I wanted. Perfect. And that use transition hook, if you see what's going on, is because it cancels out the user's actions. It keeps the user's actions, but then it also cancels them out if I choose something else. So if I say like, hey, fetch this page, like go ahead and go to this page, it'll give us like at least a little loader, but then if the user clicks something else, it'll automatically, whatever it was previously doing, it'll cancel it out and go to the new thing that the user just clicked. So the use transition hook is really, really powerful for that reason. But yeah, so we have that little just polished functionality. Yeah, you know what the goal is at this point is build out this project management system like really, really well, and then sell it as a company or something, sell it as a SaaS product, and then either not have to go interview anymore or ever go get a job, right? You just build your own work. Or if you walk back into, you know, senior interviews or you know, tech lead positions, they're like, okay, well, he's built some of his own materials. He's probably okay, you know, like, you know what I mean? I feel like a company would be like, okay, well, if you've sold your own SaaS product and IPO'd it or something, not IPO'd it, but like, you know, at least sold it to a company, like a stake of it or something, then probably would be a positive thing. But they say you're not successful because you're either broke, arrogant, or lazy. Or not broke, arrogant, or lazy, dumb, arrogant, or lazy. And I'm not dumb and I'm not lazy. So I have been contemplating the arrogance of like, okay, maybe I need a little more humility. Probably would not hurt. Probably wouldn't hurt anything, you know? Oh, that's just beautiful though. That little loader that we got going on now. Golly. I guess the only thing that would make it even better would be to wrap it in a Framer motion div. So it just had a little transition all the way in and out. I wonder if I can just do this whole deal and if it would just kind of smoothen it out for us. See how it's really jagged? When I just click it, it's like instantly switches to the loader. I kind of want it just a little bit smoother, like to slowly slide into the loader a little bit, just tiny little front end detail. But yeah, so right now I'm doing the sidebar. The next thing I want to kind of iron out is going to be that base project selector, or if not, we'll wrap this episode up here if this is pretty smooth, because it is pretty smooth. We're using the use transition hook here, and yeah, she looks pretty and she works, so that's the important part. But yeah, I want to just kind of go top to bottom of the application. So right now, just iron out the sidebar, get it really, really good, and then iron out the base project selector, get it like 90% done, 100% done. And then just start with the very first page, get that done, get the next page done. Okay, we obviously have some flex call issues there. Not a big deal. I don't see the transition happening. Looks like I need to wrap these independently. It looks like, okay, we're lagging a whole bunch. Might want to build a wrapper for this, like a motion div wrapper, like a transition wrapper. Maybe a effective idea to do, so I don't have to copy these motion divs down. I could just have a transition component that will it'll just be a motion div, and we'll obviously center everything because it's obviously to the bottom right now, which is not what we want, but we just want that smooth kind of transition in and out. Let's see if it does it. I think it's kind of doing it. I can't really tell, to be honest, but we'll go ahead and build for it just as we'll definitely use it down the road. So say base transition wrapper. Let me pull on the template and I'll wrap this episode up here, and then I'll make another episode for the project selector bar. I think that's going to be kind of its own deal, because that would definitely make this another 40-50 minute deal, which wouldn't be the end of the world. But okay, so go motion div, We pull in where is motion right here. We want our children and we want the other children as well. Then React.React node. Of course, we can rename this or not hugely important. It's important for DX, but software itself, I don't believe matters. So children there, and then we just need to also pass in the class name. We'll say flex with full and justify center and items center. That should center anything that gets passed in there. It looks like we have some fragments, don't need them, that's okay. And then I'll get rid of a few of these template dividers, these organizers. Let's give it a go. Let's see how this component goes. I want to say I built something like this with the base card component as well. I think the base card is a motion div. Yeah, it is. Nice. Nice. But it's also shaped like a card. So the base transition wrapper, it's just to handle transition effects. That's literally all it's going to do. So now we could always default it to always have one, a consistent experience across the entire application, and then two, cleans up the code. So even right here, this guy right here should just be the base transition wrapper instead of the motion div. So let's see if it still works. We should see the logo fade in and out. If it's still a smooth experience, we've done it successfully. If it isn't, then there's a problem. I don't know if this is working proper, but that's okay. I guess we probably should put it here, if anything. Let's see if that logo, just give it a sec. Come on. Come on now, come on. Okay, I must be messing something up with the useTransition hook, or my computer's really slow right now. Very possible. Very possible. Oh, put the doohickey on the wrong side. Okay. Let's try that out. Let's see if we can pop that in there as well. See if that'll fix our transition issues. So we got our centered loader now, which is awesome. So at least the flex and flex call is working really well. And I think I saw the moon thing come in pretty smooth. So the moon blob, I guess is what I'll call that. The on click, we're obviously losing that. So we're going to not do the base transition, or we'll have to pass in a function that allows us to omit functions. All right, but I'm going to go ahead and wrap that up here. I think that was a successful build. Yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching. We got the sidebar configured a little bit more. Obviously, the computer's going pretty slow with the 3 recording softwares. Hopefully there's some good material in there. I'm going to name this episode "Let Sleeping Dogs Lie," I believe. Yeah, so thank you for watching. I will see you very shortly on the next one. Cheers.